If you've tried the AI Polaroid trend, you've probably noticed that your photos come out looking way too fake. And most of the time, it's not that your prompt is bad, it's that the real instant film cameras have specific flaws nobody really thinks to include in their prompt. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to fix that across 4 Polaroid styles. So let's start with creating an image of you and your younger self. And to create all of the things shown in this video, I will use Higgsfield. If you still don't know about it, Higgsfield has all of the world's best AI models in one place. The link's in the description if you want to follow along. But there is a problem. When people try to make these kinds of images, they end up with 2 people that don't even look related to each other. The mistake is that they describe 2 separate people and let the AI image model fill in the gaps. You have to specifically tell it that it's the same person at 2 different ages with the same face, same eyes, same hair, but they're just younger. I have to spell that out because the model treats every new face as a different person by default. It has no idea that the 2 are meant to be the same person unless you explicitly tell it. Otherwise, you'll get strangers sitting next to each other. Another mistake is the overall look of the generation. A normal AI image is way too clean and too sharp to look like an instant film image. So you have to engineer the prompt to get outputs that look like that. And there are 4 things an instant film camera does that AI doesn't. They are faded colors, soft grain, a slightly overexposed look, and that thick white border. All 4 are already written into the prompt I'm using, so you don't have to understand the science of photos. Inside Higgsfield, I'll go to Image, then Create Image. I'll switch the model to GPT Image 2, then set the ratio to 1:1 and the quality to 4K. I'm using GPT Image 2 on purpose because this model handles fine realistic detail the best and understands images better than most. That's why I stick with it for every image throughout the whole video. Before I paste anything, I'll hit the plus button and upload a reference photo of myself so it knows my face. Then I'll paste this prompt and hit generate. As you can see, it gave me an overexposed shot of me and my younger self. Honestly, the little girl as my younger self doesn't look too bad, and overall the picture looks really authentic too. Next, let's use a different style with this prompt. This one also turned out pretty good. It was taken outdoors, and it's got that nostalgic vibe Polaroid photos have. For another style, let's paste in this prompt. This one is by far my favorite. It looks really nostalgic, like an intimate moment between me and my younger self, both of us having ice cream. And notice how every image has those off-white borders, just like the real photos that come out of a Polaroid camera. And I can also make the younger version of me look even more real. This time, along with my current photo, I'll upload a childhood photo of myself as a second reference, then paste in this prompt. And as you can see, this time it actually merged my real childhood photo with myself, instead of generating one itself. That's why this version of the photo looks more believable, because the AI isn't guessing what I looked like as a kid anymore. It's actually taking the face from a real photo of myself, so it's pretty much 100% accurate to how I used to look. I can do the same exact thing with this teenage photo too, so I'll paste in this prompt. And this also did the exact same thing as before, and overall it looks really good. And with just a few simple prompts, we were able to generate real-looking Polaroid photos in an instant. Next, let's do something that's the opposite of what we just did now. Now let's see what I would look like if I was decades older. It's the same idea as before, I just have to make myself older instead of younger. I still have to upload a reference photo of myself first, just like I did here, and every other setting stays the same. So next, I'll paste in this prompt. As you can see, the photo honestly turned out pretty good because my older version looks very similar to me. And overall, I think it's very accurate. Now for a different style, let's paste in this prompt. This one turned out to be pretty nice too. Both of my versions are having coffee together and laughing, and the 2 images I generated right now have that distinct Polaroid style filter in them. Even though they're a little dimmer than I'd like, I think they turned out pretty well. That fading effect might actually work better than it seems, because a real photo of me from decades ago wouldn't be sharp and bright anyway. It would look a little worn, just like these images. And just like that, I have an older version of me sitting right next to my present version. Next, let's try something that's a little bit out of the box. Let's make 2 different images of myself in different careers. So for the first image, I'll put in this prompt. It looks like I'm in a 90s rock band, and my overall vibe has that heavy metal feel. It's really interesting, to be honest. Then, for a completely different career, let's paste in this prompt. This one is also very interesting because I look like a NASA astronaut taking a photo just before the Apollo mission. The one thing between them is the overall look of the image, because the older the shot gets, the heavier grain and warmer tones it needs. And the newer the image gets, the cooler and cleaner the tones. Each photo matches the era I'm in, and matching the era of the photo matters more than you think, because your eyes can roughly tell when a photo was taken just from its colors and grain before they even read what's in the shot. So the further back I go in my life, the more flaws I have to add to the images, because they're what convinces the human eye it was actually taken back then. And similarly, by just using prompts, you can visualize how you would look if you were in a different profession. But every one of these still looks brand new. Next, I'll use a unique style that you have probably not seen yet. This time, let's make an old Polaroid that looks like someone just found it. So I'll paste in this prompt. As you can see, it turned out exactly as I wanted. The picture frame looks like it was in some place for a very long time, until someone just found it. Then I'll generate another one with this prompt. If you see the image inside the frame, you'll notice it has a very faded and yellowish hue to it, which makes it look like this photo was taken long ago. And the reason these images actually look like they were found in an old drawer is because I described the Polaroid as a real object in the scene, with worn edges and a bit of dust. So the AI generates a physical photo that someone could actually pick up, not just a clean digital file. But these are still photos. So let's make an animated one. First, I'll upload a finished Polaroid as a reference, then paste in this prompt. That gives me a fully black version of the Polaroid like it hasn't developed yet. Then I'll head to the video tab and choose Seedance 2. I'll set the black Polaroid as the start frame and the finished one as the end frame. That black version of the Polaroid is the whole trick, because Seedance builds all the motion between your two frames, so it fills in the photo developing on its own. Then I'll set the resolution to 1080p, pick how long I want it. Then I'll run the video prompt through videoprompt.studio to get the JSON version of it, because Seedance understands a structured JSON prompt way better than plain English. It's a better way because JSON breaks the prompt into clean, separate fields, like the camera movement, the motion of the video, and the lighting throughout. So the model follows each one of those instructions accurately, instead of interpreting a block of text. Then I'll paste that into the prompt box and generate it. As you can see, the video looks like the Polaroid was just captured and developed in real time, but sometimes it might look a little fake because it's AI generated, so keep that in mind. And just like that, you can create Polaroid videos too, but that's just one Polaroid. Next, let's take 5 of them and turn them into a single video. So let's build images as if they were taken from my childhood all the way to an adult. I'll start with myself at 6 years old at my first ballet recital, and I'll paste in this prompt. It turned out pretty good. It looks like me in a really dated picture style, and it also has the caption of when it was taken. And this caption helps the photo a lot, because if a year is written under a photo, it instantly tells your brain it was a real moment from back then, and it's not something I generated just 5 minutes ago. Next, I'll do when I was 10, on the opening night of a school play. This also turned out pretty good, similar to the previous one, but you'll notice it's more clear and high quality, and it makes the viewer understand it was from a different era than the previous one. Then I'll generate an image when I was 15, and let's paste in this prompt. As you can see, it's showing my picture of when I won first place at a science fair. Next, let's recreate when I was throwing my cap on graduation day. As you can see, it turned out exactly as I wanted, and it also has a very distinct 2010s Polaroid vibe. And finally, I'll generate this image using this prompt. This also looks pretty good, and this is supposed to resemble when I was taking my first solo trip. The reason this whole sequence works is that each photo represents a believable memory on its own first. So once they're lined up in order, your brain thinks these are actually real-life moments, and not AI-generated images. Now I'll take all 5 of these images and go into the Video tab inside Higgsfield. I'll select the video generation model, Seedance 2, and then I'll upload all 5 of my images as references. I'll set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and push the duration to 15 seconds, so there's proper time dedicated to each image. Then I'll run this video prompt through videoprompt.studio for the JSON version. Now let's paste that into Higgsfield and hit generate. It turned my photos into a very cinematic and cozy rotating slideshow. So overall, I really like it. And the last step is to take this video and sharpen it by going into the Upscale tab in Higgsfield. I just have to upload my video, select the provider to Topaz, and push the quality up to 4K. Then I'll have my video upscaled in better quality. And I left the upscaling part till the end for a reason, because if I were to generate the whole slideshow in 4K from the start, it would eat a lot of my credits while I'm still testing. Doing it this way, I save a bunch of them, and creating all of these photos just took me a single tool and some photos of myself. If you want to do it for yourself, all you need is Higgsfield and the prompts I used in this video. And if you want, you can also use real moments and photos to turn them into Polaroid too. So sign up to Higgsfield with my link in the description and make your first Polaroid that actually looks real. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.